right now, it's a lot of people who are having trouble breathing around you or just seeing you right now. And the reason for that is because you have your foot on a lot of people's necks. You may not even realize how many necks you have your foot on right now because you are so focused on your own path, and you have always been the type of person who had that tunnel vision for your life where you don't see anybody but you don't see any competition but you don't do things in a competitive way necessarily. And that's why you don't realize, because you're in your own world. You're focused on your life. You're not seeing everybody else, and you're not hearing the noise. You are not doing what you're doing for anybody but you. And these people who feel this way about you, that is their perception, and it truly doesn't have anything to do with you. It's not your fault that you come across as intimidating. It's not your fault that you come across a certain way to people. It's not your fault that people are having trouble breathing around you, or even seeing whatever it is that you're putting out into this world. Whatever it is that you're doing, you leave people breathless. You make people anxious. You make people sit up out their seat. Whatever it is that you're doing, that's not your fault. That is these people's perception of you. You, on the other hand, are perceiving yourself in such a high light and staying focused on your journey. Like I said, you don't see anybody but you, that you're emitting that energy out. You're putting out the energy of someone who knows their value, knows their worth, and is going to stay consistent and focused because that is what you came here to do. And somebody like that is automatically intimidating to other people. And there are going to be people who are shook by that. There are going to be people who feel some type of way about that. But the best part is, along with those people, there's also people who are going to be extremely inspired by what you are doing. And even though they may feel like they can't breathe, you're inspiring them to get themselves together. Even the karmic people, you inspire them to get themselves together. They pretend that they don't see you. They pretend like they're not taking notes when they are. And you're inspiring them. You're inspiring a lot of people right now to want to do better because of your energy. And that's an amazing thing, no matter what. And the thing about you is you're not walking around with being prideful or getting the big head. You are just completely authentically being yourself. You are walking your path authentically, 100%, just being you. Whatever comes with that just comes with that. And right now what's coming with that is people not being able to breathe, not being able to catch up, just feeling like they need to do more. You even have people who have been doing this a lot longer than you. There's people who have more experience than you in whatever your niche or your platform, whatever platform that you have, whatever niche you have, whatever job you have. You got people who have more experience than you, or have their own creative way that they do things, who are looking at themselves now like they're doing something wrong. You got people checking themselves and going back over their work and trying to change this and change that because they watched you, got inspired, but they also felt intimidated to the point where they felt like they needed to start changing things about themselves. Now, this was never your intentions. Your intentions were never to make people feel like this. Like I said, it's not your fault that people are perceiving you this way. That wasn't your intentions. You don't want anybody to start changing everything about themselves and nitpicking at themselves. You don't want people to do that, but that's what's happening. That's just the energy I'm picking up on. There's people who may have more money than you, more followers, subscribers, whatever it is that you do. They may have been at your job longer. They are feeling some type of way about you, honey. And don't take that and run with it. Don't take that and let it necessarily feed your ego. Take this as a reminder that you're doing the right thing. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. If you are someone who's sensitive to energy, or you consider yourself an empath, you can probably feel this very often. You probably felt it your whole life. Like, whoever I'm talking to, this is not new. Like, just because you are finally stepping into your purpose does not mean that you have not always carried this energy around with you. What makes this energy even more beautiful is the fact that that's not even your intentions. You're not intentionally doing this to anybody. You are not doing this out of ego or pride. You are this because you are this. It's no other way around it. This is just who you are. This is just the energy that you embody. You don't have to try too hard. You don't have to do too much. You are just that. When you walk in the room, you are that, okay? Not two people can relate to this. There's nothing that you need to do. You don't need to wear a certain type of clothes. You don't need to put your hair a certain type of way. You don't need no makeup. You don't need none of that. Even if you use those things or have those things, you don't need them because it's your energy. What the energy that you give off is like, man, how can I get next to him? How can I keep up with her? That is the energy that you give, okay? So own it and just understand this is what comes with the territory. And they may not like it, but they will respect it.